Hagen, you're up to something. I know you're up to something.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
I feel like I'm doing a lot for you, and I don't feel like you're paying me enough. The base had scientists in suspension tanks. Some might still be alive.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation.
Okay, at least that's...
Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
UDL gunship buzzed the station, but I convinced them to back off.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch.
Yes,
Maybe even
they
longer.
said so.
I've been less than
I know.
honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
Yes. I'm listening.
After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
You had my interest, now you have my attention.
Glad to know it, Captain. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
I'm guessing you have an idea. Okay, before I ask this, what do we think? I mean, they're researching something. We've established this. I don't know if they're establishing this now. Okay, I'm guessing you have an idea, but they are doing some kind of Black Ops research.
Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me?
I suppose he doesn't know I've read through in detail all of those terminals. I guess that depends on what we're talking about. I can do that.
Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
I knew it. Aliens from other worlds been visiting Halcyon.
At least one of your crew can keep an open mind. But this isn't some Aetherwave serial millstone. This is reality.
Aliens? Aliens. Really? Say nothing. I mean, aliens doesn't really narrow it down. What are we talking about here? I'm gonna question mark it.
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Well, at least she doesn't expect us to believe it.
Damn, she's serious. Tragic, ain't it? What age does to your mental faculties?
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into
I
the
thought it
unknown
was...
with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
Yeah. Okay. No, but it's genetic experiments. It's a chimeric... It's an attempt to create a chimera of human and raptidon, which is almost as silly. I don't know why we're so skeptical of aliens, for God's sakes. But you'd have to tell me how they're involved. Maybe she is just insane.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
You're not going to explain what... When you say aliens, what are we talking about here?
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced.
Where are you getting this from?
This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
Sounds like... I think UDL... I think UDL is trying to create a Wrapped Man army. I haven't seen any evidence of aliens.
No kidding. That's how they want it.
I mean, it's just UDL
When
being...
I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
Okay, good to know. Well, I was worried that it might be that. I really don't know what to make of this, Lilia.
If you don't believe me, go pay a visit to the puppet master who's working against her own kind. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species, I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Why does Chartran need to die? I'm pretty sure it's just UDL.
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness.
Gross.
Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team.
Yes, and I read about it, and your concern for the fate of our species is admirable.
You've got me all wrong. I just want to add Savior of Humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
Where does Chartran fit into your alien conspiracy? The labs did seem that evil, but okay. Where does Chartran fit into your alien conspiracy?
We're far beyond theories. Chartran's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks, how much proof do you need? Wake up.
Anything that says the word alien in
An
it.
invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree, but I do want to speak to Chartrand. So I will go and talk to her, but I'm not going to just kill her. Labs I passed through didn't seem that evil.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks?
Actually.
Because some of us would call that excessive.
I've been one through 102.
The tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
Murder isn't covered under my contractor employee agreement.
Just think of it as salvaging hope from the smoking wreckage of humanity. This is your initiation into a future with Sublight. Want a steady position in our ranks? Buy one with a bullet.
What do I get for joining? I don't know about this. But I do want to speak with Chartrand. I don't think I have to just kill her immediately. Surely I can chat with her before I attack her. I could lie to Hagen and say I am going to do it and then just not do it. I don't know about this.
If you don't want the job, just walk away. I'm giving you first dibs because you've seen what's at stake.
Sounds messy, but I'll take the job. Doesn't necessarily... I'm only in theory, and I will go back on it if I need to. This is a tenuous agreement. If she is working with alien conspirators to overthrow the humanity, I'll be happy to kill her. But I haven't seen any evidence of that.
This key card will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be taking you seriously, frankly. I really do not know. Ten into long guns. I should have put 10 into handguns, frankly, but there we are. What do you guys think? I don't think they think anything. Byzantium. I'm presuming I'm now going to get access to Byzantium. I don't know if I do, actually. Trask. Speak to Rosanna. Then I think it's Terratomb we'll do what we need for Nyoka, then back to Monarch to finish up with the Iconoclasts and speak with the Broker. 2.5 seconds. That's a very powerful microwave, it's not going to be warm at all. Bells smells. You're in the Lost Hope. Zana. I think I've heard all of those. Hello.
You mind? Trying to have a moment here.
Are you Rosanna Trask?
Yeah, I was called that once upon a day. You need something?
That's the wrong name. Once upon a time. Come on. I'm looking for a guy by the name of Rufus Trask. I'm told he lived around here.
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Show her Harlow's emblem. If you know where Trask is, you want to tell me. I'm on the level, you can ask Junlai about me. Harlow sent me to find him. I'm on the level, you can ask Junlai about me.
You're telling me you're on a first-name basis with Ms. Tennyson?
Indeed. I repaired the groundbreaker radiators for her.
Yeah, the promenade doesn't feel like I'm walking the surface of Tartarus. So that was you, huh? Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know.
Well, you were very obliging and just believed me. I'm very pleased about that. I've got a few more questions.
Please, just make it quick.
How much you and Trask split up?
That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago. And seeing how he's technically an outlaw, I wouldn't renew even if I wanted to.
How much do you know about Harlow?
Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution, something about getting rich. Abandoned his work and ran off that very day.
Sounds familiar, Felix.
He must have been recruiting, gathering up his band of revolutionaries.
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something.
And I agree with that.
I
Sounds
don't know Harlow.
what
Never
Harlow's
so much
doing.
as been
He
to
just
the
wants
word
to buy a
about
bit
it.
of land and live
Better
outside
off
of government
having this
interference.
discussion with Rufus.
Harlow tells me Trask betrayed him. Do you know anything about that?
Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. Never asked why. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. In that order.
He didn't tell you anything about Harlow?
No, and he was particular about that. Said I was better off not getting entangled in his mess. Little late for that, says I.
That's all I wanted to know. I'll leave you be.
Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long day is all.
No, no, you were very obliging. I'm very forthcoming. I'm, you know, I'm in your debt. But Felix, can we talk?
We still going after Trask, boss?
Indeed. Something about this feels strange. Are you sure you trust this guy?
I know. Clyde comes off rougher than Mantisaur hide. He's a good guy, though. Just gotta get to know him.
I feel like he wants to keep you... He wants you to do his dirty work and then take the fall.
You think he's using me? He wouldn't. Would he?
He won't catch up with you until you kill Trask. What does that tell you?
That he's probably using me. Yeah, you're right. I guess he thinks I'm still just some wide-eyed tenderfoot looking for a scrap. Maybe we should go have a word with Trask. Get to the bottom of all this.
Is there anything else you had to say? No. Never mind. Ellie?
Something on your mind?
Seeing if there's anything on yours. There's still some dialogue in there that I haven't got through, because that's still showing up. Usually they disappear if you've been through everything. So... Byzantium, Monarch. Let's head back to the... I think I've got 2 on Terra 2 now. 1 for Nyoka, 1 for Felix. So I'll leave Ellie behind this time. Much as I'd kind of like to have Ellie with me for this, I feel like she should be involved. Kinda... I like her ability to sort of... I like her skepticism. I approve of that. But, I need Nyoka for Terra 2. But we're not going to Byzantium. I'm still not sure if I can get to Byzantium. I haven't checked. That's everything we need to do on the groundbreaker for now. I like this planet hopping that we're doing.
I believe I hear Felix and
Now
Nyoka
again?
discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Let's just find out what they have to say. I'm pretty sure I've heard all of these before now.
You watching the Aether Waves last night? Halcyon and Helen finally took down the chief of the Savages, with a guest appearance from none other than the masked marketeer.
Do you think maybe I could borrow that sometime?
Okay, that's all they have to say. I think I've heard that before. It's a weird thing to say. He says, do you think I could borrow that sometime? How about... Don't spoil it for her anyway. Let her catch up. Bad, you know, TV... Well, you should only talk about it once you've both watched it. And then tell each other what happens. Oh, I didn't even know you could close that. Alright. Friendships due... Inactive quest, also friendships due, and star-crossed troopers. Weapons from the Void, the Empty Man, Sucker Bait, and Radio Free Monarch. No, I still can't get access to Byzantium, because that's on Terra 2. I'll have to eventually come back for that once, presumably after I've
Edgewater, Captain.
developed, after I've done what's left, what there is left to do on Monarch. It'll open up access to Byzantium. Ellie, stay behind. Nyoka, you're coming with. Welcome to Terra 2, by the way, Nyoka. This is the first time we've been to another world proper. Oh, yeah. Because we were... This is the first time I've been back to Edgewater. Because we landed over there before, but the whole area is shut down. Thought I'd poke in. I suppose I can steal stuff from around here.
You're some sort of freelancer?
Indeed. Confront Trask. Edgewater's still going to be shut down. Let's have a look. I suppose I better go inside. Let's go around the front, speak with all, speak with the junior in humor. I've forgotten his name. I don't know if anyone's still alive. Maybe we should run up back to the, Botanical Gardens. Because I'm pretty sure... Maybe I should have had Pavati on here, but, they've still got the corporate recruits hanging out here. I mean, not everyone's dead yet. How do you do?
Something
Silas?
I can do for you?
Got a question for you. I'm gonna find out what this says now.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, braving the wilds.
At least someone's happy. You're not for. How are you not? Are you not worried about falling sick?
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
I should go. Finally said that to him.
I bet you'll like Rebecca. What's up?
Thank you. I'm sure you've got all manner of hunting stories. Tell me one.
I took a job once to clear out a rat nest. Partnered up with a fellow out of Fallbrook who called himself Dirty Don. Bit on the shorter side. Had a
That makes me
patient
think of someone
cars.
else.
Thing is, he introduces himself and the man is immaculate. Clean. He had a flowery presence to him. A pleasantness that didn't invade your space. He was just there and you were glad for it.
Okay. So why was he called Dirty Don? Was it his approaches or his language?
When we set out to hunt down the Raptidons, I found out firsthand where his nickname came from. Dirty Don killed those Raptidons with his bare hands.
Jesus.
His bare fucking hands, Captain. He was a whirlwind of grotesque primal fury. In the end, he stood drenched in blood over the entrails of a dozen raps. If he had a scratch on him, I wouldn't have been able to tell. It was glorious.
Sounds like you, What happened to him? Is he still out there tearing up wildlife? Sounds like you admire this gentleman.
Day came when he tried to take on a mana queen.
Got himself eaten one limb at a time. Wonder if he tasted like soap. Oh well, live and learn.
That
No
is a
matter how
strange
tough
thing
you
to
are,
say about a
if you're
human
gonna fight
being.
something bigger than you, bring a firearm.
Yeah, agreed. Let's, that was funny. Let's start with this, because I think this one's nearby. Expansion site. Well, not really. Oh, okay, it's way out there. Alright, let's go to Star-Crossed Troopers first. Let's head down this way and we'll take the road around. Back where the Unreliable used to be. Bit of a trek ahead of us. We've cleared out most of the important stuff around here. Oh, that silencer doesn't do much out here. I was expecting more of a pew sound. This looks strange now without the Groundbreaker. God, it's been a while. I kind of miss Terra 2. Miss Edgewater specifically. Or Emerald Vale, I should call it, because that's where we are. I didn't go into Edgewater, actually. I should. Someone's delivering stuff here. That's a ship. I'll maybe just be passing by. I will go into Edgewater before I leave. No. You guys are back.
The best there ever was.
Nice shot, Max. I think I can get through here pretty comfortably with just my revolver. Let's not waste the heavy ammo around here. It is far, far too low level now. Come on. That doesn't do much. I thought it might have taken out the rest of the Canid's health, but apparently not. Primal Behemoth. Alright. We will go with a little bit more firepower on this one. Okay. Should be just fine. Oof. These guys got put up against the wall. Didn't mean to take that. Got both his legs cut off. Not the first guy I've seen like that. The geothermal plant. I saw tamed Canid. Okay, there'll be more marauders around here.
We're about to ruin your day.
Clean up. Expansion site. Vending machine, I will sell off junk.
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted. Rebecca? Anders? You in there?
Examine keycard panel.
Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore.
You can do that with almost anything by breaking it.
We've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it.
I had a feeling Rebecca's not gonna be okay. Yeah, I think I'm looking at a dead Rebecca there, man.
Oh no. Oh no. What did you do?
Oh, I'm sorry, Nyoka.
Anderson. Well, rusty journal. Its display is faded and the buttons are almost entirely rusted through, but you can make out bits and pieces of what look like Rebecca's final entries. Lord help me, but Anderson was right. We never should have taken this contract. I thought Monarch was bad, but this is unbearable. Everyone here is blind or addled or I don't know what. The towns won't let us walk in without an employment contract. I can't even find someone who'll let me send a message. For all the capable folk here, we're stuck. Back home, we had to fight for every meal because there was no meals that you didn't make yourself. Here, there's plenty, but nobody's allowed to give you one. We've been stealing bits and pieces of life from wherever we can. Anderson is about ready to sign up, offer his life in service of Space's choice so he can take a shower. Clara, I hope the architect this never reaches you, but on the off chance it does, I want to say I'm sorry. Anderson and I fucked up. We didn't take the contract for the bits. We didn't take it because Primal sounded cool. We took it because we wanted out. Monarch's a living hell. We're sick of getting sick. Of boiled raptidon and stinking like sulfur no matter how hard you scrub. Of fighting day in and day out. We're exhausted. We thought we could use the contract money to find a place here, settle down. But this place ain't any better, it's just different. We're starving all the same. We never should have left. I just thought maybe we could do better. I miss you, kid. Marauders are at the door, Anderson's bled out, and I'm on my way. I won't let them get me, not alive. Not after I've seen what those monsters do.
They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. Ugh. Or to leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister.
Right, so what do you want to do? You want to move him back to Monarch?
At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I think I'm glad. If she were still alive now, break her to know the truth.
I don't know if she'd want to know. Let's not pass any judgment against her friends. We'll just say, so what now? What would you like to do now? You're the only one alive.
Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mana Queen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might do the trick.
Might do it. I didn't think there was anything about the wilderness you didn't know.
That'd be boring. Half the fun in exploring is the fact that you're on an unknown trail. I've never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we? I'm sure they've got pheromones. Everything does.
Okay, I think I sold all my primal pheromones. Collect 3 pheromone glands from pungent primals. Where are those? Suggested Scylla. Does that mean I have to go to Scylla? Alright, let's go speak with Trask. But there are primals on Terra too. So, you know, we might be able to get what we need here. This door's open. Let's have a look in. Pre-sliced bread. I don't think there's any way to go that way towards Trask. So her entire crew is now wiped out. I'm surprised. How come I've had it so easy getting money and food and stuff around here. I don't seem to be having any problem dealing with these corporations. Maybe it's just because I got the gift of the gab. That's all you need. But, they are right, especially with Space's Choice, seem to have a lock grip over their employees' entire livelihoods. There's just no... The definition of totalitarianism isn't just, like, authoritarianism. Totalitarianism is a state that has total control over the lives of its subjects or citizens. I think that quite comfortably describes the way the corporations control the lives of their employees. Now, how am I going to get to here? I might have to take the way past... See, yeah, it seems to be... These seem to follow the topographic lines. I have to find a way past the botanical lab. Maybe go up. I don't know of a path through there. Hello.
I don't know what you did to talk some sense.
Oh, I hadn't spoken to you about Zoe. Oh. I haven't spoken to you about that. Nothing seems to have changed drastically here. Is there a way to get to whatever the other side of this cliff is?
Hey there.
Just checking on you guys. I was in the neighborhood, thought I'd check in, but there's nothing you have to say. I don't particularly want to talk to, McDevitt. I knew it was a something. For some reason my brain was going to McPherson, but I'm pretty sure that's from something else. It might be one of the scientists. I don't know. Names just pop into my brain, and I can barely remember where they originate. Or never remember where they originate half the time. Okay. Let's deal with this.
Here they come.
Damn it, there was a flower in the way.
Oh, we all in one piece?
Yeah, I'm a bad shot. That may be a way through. There we are.
I've been waiting for this.
Here we go.
That was fun.
I wonder if they'll have any... Oh, a brain. I'll just scoop his brain out. Hide. Hide. Beak. Doesn't look like we're getting any, glands from them. I think we'll have to go to Scylla to find the kinds of primals that'll give us, either a higher chance of collecting glands, or just, in general, glands. We've got outlaws, but they're not hostile, I don't think. North Gulch discovered. I almost want to have Pavati with, but, she might have lines to say about the new places we visit on Terra 2. Gentlemen, I am not a hostile. I'm just going to talk to your leader. Outlaw, just outlaws. Okay. Hello, Mr. Trask.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me.
Your wife told me where to find you. What makes you think I work for Harlow?
Right. You just stumbled into a camp full of armed strangers because you wanted directions.
Maybe I did.
How much is Harlow paying you?
Nothing, because I'm not working for him. I've got my own reasons for being here.
Let's assume I believe you. Tell me what you want.
Why did you, quote-unquote, betray Harlow?
How do I know that I can trust you?
Neither of us trust Harlow, that's a start. Neither of us trust Harlow.
You've got good instincts then. You were right not to trust Harlow. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You can't be serious. I've known the guy for years.
Yeah, that's about how I reacted when I found out. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes.
Yeah, I could buy that. You're asking me to take you for your word. Show me some evidence.
Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task.
Temperament. I've not received an option with this yet. I might give it a go. I've got some slightly... Haven't I got a slightly grouchy temper? Yeah, there is. You're looking at him.
Huh. You ain't like other board agents I heard about. You got a functioning spine. You want to confront Harlow yourself? Be my guest. I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent.
In Harlow's base? Why would the board buy off Harlow?
Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy. And that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard.
Yeah, but what's he doing for them?
With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me.
And what was he doing for the board?
Board-sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ship.
Yes, they mentioned... I'm now remembering he mentioned...
Captured. If we captured you,
a...
we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse.
Yeah, he had a benefactor or something like that was written in the, what's it? It was written in the terminal. One of the terminals I read about a, benefactor, but I thought it might be Phineas at first, but, if it's just working for the board. Alright, I've heard enough.
Take it you've made up your mind.
I'm not gonna kill you, but I'm gonna ask for your ring.
You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Do I believe these guys? Well, there's apparently evidence, in which case, that's more than enough for me. And it sounds fairly plausible, I mean... it would be a good, cover story to have. We can't possibly be influencing this pirate. He hates corporations, while we're actually paying him on the side. Helps keep those useful idiots under control. That makes all kinds of sense, actually. Whereas his revolution being, let's hide out somewhere, is just nonsensical. That'll be back on the ship, right? Anything else I'm gonna do on Terra 2? No, doesn't look like it. Let's fast travel into Edgewater. I mean, I could walk there, but let's not. Let's just fast travel. And then I've got to go to Scylla.
Why are all the lights off? Please, open the door.
Not a chance. The last thing we need is for everyone to
Oh, they've got us placed in quarantine.
leave them in there. It's best for us all.
Gay. Well, place isn't dead just yet. Can I talk to Kim? Hello.
Power's gone. Law knows how long. Looking to get drunk?
Now it feels like it's been a long time since I've shut the power off. It makes sense for people to be talking like the power's been gone for a few weeks. I wish there was a way you could restore power to Edgewater. But then, you know, you make your choice, you live with the consequences. That's kind of how it goes. But maybe you could subtly find a way to increase the power now that I've got contacts elsewhere in the galaxy. Find a way to go back on it, change my mind. And without betraying the botanical gardeners. They're still, like, protesting outside the cannery. Where is... I wonder if, that woman is still standing there. Hold on, it was near the constabulary. No, you're shut. You're locked. Lieutenant Mercer, how are you?
How am I supposed to file a report with the power dead?
You're Private Kimball. Yeah.
Edgewater's experiencing what we in the profession like to call a quandary.
Yeah, I've seen your name before, but I don't know if it's... you may not be in... you may not be directly related. Abernathy is still alive.
Just as I was on the mend, the cannery had to go and shut down.
I'm not going to tell him about the anthracillin. I'm still deciding not to tell him. But he says he was on the mend, so I think he was lying to me. Blaine?
Cannery's dead. This is gonna throw a wrench into my actuarial tables.
That's as may be. Only a few people know it was me. Including, of course, old... There's Constable Reyes. Including of, the guy in charge here. But, you know, the place is still... No one's dead yet. It's not my fault. Though it is my fault. I'm gonna head back to my ship and go away now. I don't feel good. Nice little reunion to Terra 2. Before I go anywhere, I'll talk to the guy about the auto mechanicals. Ludwig.
Town's been dark a while now.
I think I've already
Could
asked
be
you
a
about this.
mechanical trying to sabotage us.
I'll let you be. Alright. Let's head off. Scylla. And I think Monarch.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
Well, I could send Sam down to the bridge, couldn't I? Do I need Parvati to do that? Is she in charge of Sam?
You ever think about the plan, Sam? Of course you don't. Hey, where'd you get this page of scripture from? What did I tell you about stealing? Oh, hey, Captain.
Hey, Ada wants Sam. Do you mind if could you spare him a bit? Can I actually ask?
Captain?
No, I can't. Can I send?
Scanning for C2547. Grade rated contaminants.
Can you go and attend to Ada? I wish I could actually ask you that. I mean, ask you that. I want to, you know. Never mind. Apparently, I can't actually ask him to send Sam over. Oh well. Let's head to Scylla. Sorry, they're busy at the moment. Sam will be along in a while. It'll be at the Scylla landing pad area.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Okay. Parvati, how about you come along? No, I need Nyoka. Actually, I need Nyoka and Felix still. Still their missions we're doing. Over there are the primal glands. I'm gonna stay unarmored. Because I want to be. Because I think I can manage it. Also because I just don't feel like putting it on right now.
Down they go. Returning fire.
Come on. Oof. Watch yourselves. Come on.
Don't mess with the best.
Alright. Felix has got, he's got spirit. You know, you gotta admire that. Runs him down with a friggin' hammer. You have got a gun. You are aware. Have you got a gun? I'm sure you've got a gun. You do. Quite a good gun. Use it, man. But it's amusing. Also to watch the bloody outlaws just disintegrate. Hello.
Here we go. Hit.
Where is it? Yep, all good. Just fine. That wasn't so bad. Mr. N. Got lots of stuff on that guy. Primal Brute. Glands will be over here. Dead Outlaws. Let's reload. This is... okay, Pungent Primal Behemoth. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get a headshot. No, he's lying down. You guys ready? Start with this headshot. Easy. 1 pheromone gland. How many? We need 3, right? It's gonna be in there, isn't it? Oh, it's gonna be another one over there. It's all over Scylla. Alright, next slot. This'll take a second. We're just going hunting primals. Watch the mega primal. We'll keep a wide berth and we'll take out this guy first. So yeah, you need a pungent primal behemoth.
Boy, take you.
Yeah, trying to melee the guy isn't very helpful. But mildly amusing. Okay, 2 out of 3, 1 more to go. Another 400 meters away. Come on. Nicely done. Very good. These things have a lot of stuff on them. The mega primals. Alright, last location. Like the layout of these is a little arbitrary. I'm going all over this asteroid to collect some glands. Ooh, Felix took a pretty bad beat.
I was just getting started.
I think Nyoka is in another combat mode, are you? You didn't seem to be doing anything there. Maybe I should set one of them to... aggressive. I thought Nyoka was getting in there, but I didn't see that she wasn't. She was just standing back and watching for that entire hunt, which seems out of character for her.
That queen ain't gonna go down easy. I can't wait.
Neither can I. This will be fun.
What's up?
The glands, these glands are gross. Take them.
Outstanding. These ought to be enough. Let's get back to Monarch.
Yep.
There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. We'll set the bait there.
Cool.
Password to the door is Charon.
I've always pronounced that word Charon. What's Charon?
Hayes' idea. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca,
Okay.
Opal, Nyoka. Charon. He said it was some old myth. Something about death and all the things we killed. Rest of us just thought it sounded cool, so here we are.
Is that how it's supposed to be pronounced? Because I've always pronounced it Charon. I've never heard it pronounced out loud. Not once. And what is this base again?
It's an old cave system we tried to turn into an encampment. You'll see when we get there.
Right. Alright, let's go kill a Manta Queen.
Fucking right we are.
Let's do it.